Look at the device in your hand. You touch it hundreds, maybe thousands of times a day. You press it against your cheek, carry it into every room, set it down on every surface, and rarely, if ever, truly clean it. To you, it's a phone. But to the invisible world, it is something else entirely. A warm, well-fed, endlessly traveled battlefield where billions of microorganisms arrive, settle, compete, and depart in a ceaseless cycle. The most personal object you own is also one of the most microbially active surfaces in your entire life. And you carry it everywhere. Take a moment to think about your relationship with your phone. It goes with you to the kitchen, the bathroom, the bus, the bed. It touches your hands, your face, your pocket, every table you visit. Have you ever once stopped to wonder what's accumulating on that glass? Tell me in the comments how often you actually clean your phone. Be honest, I read every single one. And if seeing the hidden life on the objects you trust most is what you're here for, subscribe and hit that like button so more people can discover the battlefield in their pocket. Let's start with the simple truth. Your phone is one of the dirtiest things you own, in the microbial sense, and it makes complete sense once you understand why. Think about what a phone offers. It runs warm, gently heated by the electronics inside, a cozy climate for microbial life. It is touched constantly by your hands, which are the body's busiest collectors of microbes from every surface you encounter. It is pressed against your face, picking up skin oils, sweat, and the moisture of your breath. And it travels with you absolutely everywhere, gathering passengers from each place it visits. If you set out to design the perfect surface for collecting and harboring microbial life, you would struggle to invent anything better than a smartphone. But here's the first surprising twist. The vast army on your phone is not some foreign invasion. For the most part, it's you. Because you touch and hold your phone more than almost anyone or anything else, the microbes that thrive there are largely your own. The same community living on your skin, transferred faithfully to the glass and held there in the smudges of oil and dead skin you leave behind. Researchers have found that a person's phone carries a microbial signature so personal it acts like a fingerprint. In fact, scientists have been able to learn surprising things about a person, traces of their lifestyle, their habits, even substances they've handled, simply by swabbing their phone. Your phone doesn't just hold your photos and messages. It holds a living portrait of you. So why call it a battlefield, and not just a garden? Because nothing on that surface sits still. Every single touch is an exchange. Your finger deposits microbes onto the glass and picks others up in return. The phone is a constant transfer hub, a meeting ground where the life on your skin mingles with the life on every doorknob, railing, banknote, and tabletop you've touched that day. And when you hand your phone to a friend to show a photo or share it with family, two entire microbial worlds collide and exchange citizens in an instant. It is a place of perpetual arrival and departure, conflict and mingling. A battlefield in the truest sense where populations meet, compete, and move on, second by second, in total silence. And the screen itself is a landscape teeming with resources. Those smudges and fingerprints you wipe on your shirt are not just grease, they're a buffet. They're made of skin oils and microscopic flakes of dead skin, exactly the kind of material that many microbes feed on. The smooth glass that looks so clean and modern is, on the microbial scale, a fertile plain dotted with food, warmed from below and regularly restocked by your own fingertips. Every time you think you're just leaving a smudge, you may be laying down a fresh meal for the unseen residents of your screen. Now, before you run for the disinfectant, let's be clear-eyed about the actual risk. Because the truth is reassuring. The overwhelming majority of the microbes on your phone are harmless, and most of them are simply your own. Your phone is not going to make you sick just by existing in your pocket. The genuine concern is narrower and more specific. The phone as a vector, a carrier. When you touch a contaminated surface, then your phone, then your face, the phone can become the bridge that ferries unwanted germs to your eyes, nose, or mouth. And there's a particular irony worth noting. A phone carried into the bathroom and then set down on the kitchen counter can quietly transport microbes between the two places you'd least want them to mix. So, what's the sensible response? Not chemical warfare. We've seen across this series that blasting everything in sight tends to backfire, breeding resistance and wiping out the harmless majority along with the few troublemakers. The answer is far simpler. An occasional gentle wipe of your screen, a little awareness of where your phone travels, and perhaps a moment's pause before it follows you into certain rooms. You don't need to win a war against your own microbiome. You only need to manage the bridge, to keep the busiest transfer hub in your life from carrying things where they shouldn't go. And step back for the bigger picture because there's something quietly remarkable here. The smartphone is a brand new habitat. A generation ago, this surface didn't exist anywhere on Earth. And yet the moment we created it, warm, touched, carried, and constantly fed, life moved in without hesitation, colonizing it as thoroughly as it colonizes soil or skin or stone. It's a perfect, small demonstration of one of the deepest truths of the living world. Wherever there is warmth, moisture, and food, the invisible world will arrive and make itself at home, whether it's an ancient seafloor or the glass screen in your hand. So, the next time you pick up your phone, which will probably be within minutes, see it for what it truly is. Not just a window to the world, but a meeting ground for the invisible one. A warm, traveled, ceaselessly contested surface carrying a living portrait of you and everywhere you've been. It connects you to people across the planet, and at the very same time, it connects you to the unseen multitudes you can't escape. The battlefield isn't out there somewhere. It's right here, in your hand, glowing quietly, exactly where it always is.